just Distortion.
What's up, y'all? I'm the Grouch. You're chilling backstage while I'm at How the Grouch Stole Christmas 2009, and you're watching Distortion, the Static. Peace.
All right, so who came up with the concept of the tour, like the name and just the overall marketing ploy, man?
Honestly, this tour started as a one-off 3 years ago. And back then the promoter actually made up the name, or I think actually they told me that it came from one of the dudes in the group, the Balians.
Okay.
And he was like, let's throw a show called How the Grouch Stole Christmas. Then I heard it, I was like, damn, I should have thought of that. I can't believe I didn't think of that. And this should be more than one show a year. So I was like, all right, next year it's gonna have to be a tour. We turned it into a tour last year. It was pretty successful for me, and I just wanted to keep doing it, keep putting together artists that I feel and that I feel that are a little bit different from each other, and that I feel need to be heard and need to be seen more than just in their hometowns. So.
All right, man. So you've been in the game for well over 10 years now, just doing a lot of hustling. What inspires you to keep doing what you're doing, and how do you keep your motivation going?
Well, man, making music is something that I love, and it's also my job at this point, you know what I mean? So it's how I pay my bills. I haven't had a side job since 1995, and I don't know, it's just I get inspiration from the world and I turn it into music, you know what I mean? I have a baby daughter, and it makes me want to write lyrics, you know what I mean? I go to a beautiful waterfall and I just get this energy that makes me want to work on music and share it with the world, and I got things that are just constantly running in my mind, probably too much, you know what I'm saying? Like my mind never rests, even when I'm in yoga class and your mind is supposed to rest there. It's just like thoughts. So, I get them down, I write them down, I put them into musical form and share them with the world.
So, yeah, talk about some new projects you got on the horizon and just, what you got for the future, man.
Okay, well, right now, I just put out a new project called 3 Eyes Off the Time. That came out on Tuesday, and it's produced by DJ Fresh entirely. It's a 10-track project. And I've never done anything like that before where it was just produced by one producer. But, Fresh was, he's been touring with me for a couple years and doing the DJ thing for all my live shows. And so, we'll be out on the road. This dude's always on a laptop, he's always plugged into a wall. He's got headphones on his head like 24/7, and he's knocking out beats all the time. So it's just like, I'm sitting there, I'm driving the car, or I'm riding next to him on the airplane, and I hear him, and I'm like, okay, that one, you know what I mean? Put it to the side, and then I'm like, all right, that one, put it to the side, and before I knew it, I'm just like stacking up songs, and I'm like, cool, this sounds like a little project. Let's put it together, make sure I don't have 5 years in between solo releases, and keep knocking them in the head with it. So that's how that came about. I got Marty James from One Block Radius on there. I got Rankin Screw, who's like a respected reggae artist, on there. You may heard him on E40's album. And who else do I have? I got Fab, Mr. Fab on there, and Fashion. They're on the bonus track on the CD version. But aside from that, it's a lot of me. I kept the tracks pretty short and straight to the point for everybody out there with short attention spans these days.
Yeah.
So, I also did G&E this past year.
Nice.
Say G&E. So that was just out a few months ago. So, we're still pushing that one. Got Zion I and the Grouch coming up for 2010. And, just want to keep hitting them in the head with good music, positive music.
Nice. So one thing I want to ask is, you definitely made your mark in the Bay. How important is it for artists to break out of their local scene and to really expand?
I don't know, man. Everybody has their own path, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of people, like, there's some people who get big in their home city and then they start getting radio love, like Guapale, for example, and then it spreads throughout, you know what I mean? And then there's other people who, start and don't get so big in their own hometown, and they feel like they got to move somewhere else like Los Angeles to make it happen, and that does it for them. So I don't know, everybody has their own path. We kind of did our thing in the Bay, you know, and then we had a little underground following here, and then we took it down south, you know. And then, you know, we had always hit up foreign countries when we would get the chance, and just trying to travel around and make our mark wherever we go, you know what I mean? So, you know, add it all up and it's a little something, you know?
That's right. So if people want to stay up to date with what you're doing, man, how could they do that online?
Man, I would like to say therealgrouch.com. That's where I want them to go, you know? But you can hit me on Twitter /therealgrouch. I'm on MySpace, you know, I'm on Facebook, all that stuff, but actually, I don't know. I'm trying to narrow it down to, I want to get people to come to my website. That's what I want to do in the future. Yeah, because I don't know. It's like all these social networking sites, it's like a new one every other month, and it's barely take it anymore.